Hola Bandidos, ¿cómo estamos? Welcome to Mel's Magic Official. I'm Magic Mel and this is Al, my spirit guide. Welcome to episode 17 of season 7. Today is Saturday, June 10th here, and I have a few things I want to go through before I took some notes before we go into reading. Numero uno, I wanted to draw the winner of a free reading of our tombola, our lucky draw from last episode. So there was 4 of you who commented, and I've got you. I want to do it old school. I put your names in this little bowl here, and we're gonna draw it right in front of you. Vale? So I think it was the candidates are Barnaby, Boss Babe. That's a pretty cool name, Boss Babe. Boss Babe, Katie, and Rebecca. So one of you is going to win the free reading. Vamos allá. Okay. The winner of the free reading is Katie. So, Katie, you need to get in touch with me. You need to email me so we can set up our Zoom call and I can do the reading, one-on-one reading for you. Okay? So that was the winner. Barnaby, Boss Babe, and Rebecca, don't worry. We can do this again, as well as anybody new here watching. This week is all about expanding Mel's magic. So if you want to be a candidate for a one-on-one free reading with moi, tarot reading, then comment below on this video and just write the word magic to be eligible and to participate in the draw. Okay, for next draw, which would be tomorrow. I'll do the same thing as what we did just now. I'll draw the winner in tomorrow's reading, Sunday, which means I need to be fit. And I'm saying I need to be fit because something funny happened. I wanted to do a reading yesterday, TGIF reading, but remember we talked about shadow? And I was really wondering, okay, why did it come up for me also when I drew the cards for myself? It's an interesting one. I'm going to tell you a little story, so get your popcorn out, get comfy. Basically, when was it? On Wednesday, I brought some shoes to my local shoemaker because I'm old school. When something breaks, I still try and fix it if I see it's valuable. And these boots, I really love them. And I thought, no, I'm not going to throw them away. I'm going to take them to the shoemaker, and see if he can fix the suela, no? On my way there, when I came out of the shop, there were 2 people passing, and all I heard was Mexico. And you gotta know, I have a special connection with Mexico, and it's literally my dream in August to go there. And Magic Mel being Magic Mel and being open to science, when I heard the word Mexico, I turned around and said, Mexico? Did you guys just say Mexico? And both stopped in their tracks and like, yes, we are Mexicans. And I'm like, oh my God. So a whole conversation started. We exchanged numbers. And they said, hey, Magic Mel, come join us at this bar. There's some live music tonight. My cousin is leaving. And you got to know, guys, I'm pretty much a hermit these days, a part of me going to my dance classes, which you should know by now. So I was tinkering. I was at home and I was thinking, oh, should I go out? Should I really go out? I'm like, vamos, let's go. I mean, you meet people for a reason. I believe in synchronicities. So I went to the bar and we had a good time. And then, okay, the point being though, I had a gin and tonic. And these days, I don't really drink anymore. And it's not because I'm telling myself I shouldn't drink alcohol anymore, but it's just, no me da, I don't have the gusto for it. I think it also has to do with it's getting really hot here, which is another story. So no me apetece, I don't feel like it. But anyway, that night I had 1 gin and tonic or maybe 2. And the next day I already noticed, I'm like, wow, I could feel it. In any case, I managed to go to my dance class. And after the dance class around noon, I get a message from the Mexican friend. She's like, Magic Mel, we still want to see you one more time. We're inviting you to this barbecue. So again, I'm like, should I go? Should I not go? Don't I have other things to do? Shouldn't I do? I'm like, Melanie, just go with the flow. So I went to the barbecue, and it was this epic 7 hour barbecue involving gin tonics. And we ended up in a bar. To make a long story short, yesterday, oh yeah, I also actually managed to pull a reading for you guys on Thursday night where I announced the draw. The next day, that was Friday, yesterday, I was knocked out. I'm like, oh my god, my energy is super low. I need to just rest and recover. And it was a moment for compassion and a moment for reflection. The compassion part, and let me know if this might resonate with you, is, it's easy to love ourselves when everything is going fine, when we feel like we're acting and meeting our standards. But what if we slip up? And I wouldn't call my little Mexican crazy barbecue gin tonic adventure a slip up, but I do feel how it really, lowered my vibration just because of the alcohol. And I just came to the realization like I can't do this anymore because I notice the contrast in obviously how I feel, and I just can't, it's not worth it. Let's say maybe one drink is okay, but I cannot do more. It's just not worth me recovering, lifting my vibration again. And so, point being is, how do you talk to yourself if you slip up? Because I could have easily, have been disappointed in myself, judged myself, or still pushed myself to do stuff. And I would have done that in the past. A past version of me would have been quite judgmental against myself, and I would have still pushed myself to go and do whatever errands and forced myself to do stuff. But I just totally accepted. I'm like, okay, I surrender. I kind of vegetate in bed. So this is my invitation for you also to consider, how do you treat yourself when you have a bad day, or when you deviate from your routine? How do you process that? How do you talk to yourself? How do you take care of yourself? Because I feel it's especially in those moments where our self-love is required. And it's a test. For me, it was a test. Okay, how do I treat myself in this moment? And I told myself, I can't just love myself in my highest and best state and expression. I want to love myself, especially when I'm at, low or at my lowest. And I noticed that change in attitude is a massive shift of how I used to treat myself. Remember, guys, this is software system Mel's magic. I used to be Melanie Gritzka-Delvilla, very serious and very hard on myself. And it contributed a lot to my mental illness and spiraling negative vortices. So I just noticed that shift in how I treated myself, and I was really glad is a bit of a lame word, but you know what I mean? I I guess I was proud of myself. I'm like, wow, you really are treating yourself like your best friend. And also thought about it, hey, kudos on you, Magic Mel, for deviating from your routine and trying out something new. Because to be honest, guys, I don't really go out much. I don't socialize that much. And that's another point I wanted to make here. I don't know about you guys, but this whole like ascension process of coming back home to ourselves and, releasing things, it can be a lonely process. I guess there's a bit of a, not sacrifice, but I guess coming home to ourselves and being more comfortable with ourselves allows us to spend more time in solitude because we no longer need to distract ourselves with other people. At the same time, though, I feel it's become increasingly difficult for me to find people to have real satisfying conversations with. And this might sound arrogant, but it is what it is. It's almost like, when I step out of my house, okay, now I go back and do my errands, and then, oh, I'm back in the matrix and observe people, and everything feels like everyone's operating in a different bubble. And when I ended up in that bar also, which I used to frequent a lot, it's called Octopus, after the barbecue, I went because I'm like, you know what, I just want to mingle with people, I just want to see what's going on. But I've really felt this, I had to kind of, I couldn't really be myself because I noticed that obviously, you know, the people I was with, they would, it's not that they were really, couldn't see me properly. So again, this might sound arrogant, but it's just, we don't resonate with everybody, you know? So this whole healing process, if you feel lonely on your journey, I'm with you. It's not that I feel lonely, but I guess sometimes I do miss like really clicking with people and to be able to have these in-depth conversations. I really miss that. I do miss that. However, I just also concluded that it's not worth it. I guess it depends what your mood is, but for me it was, I can picture myself, for example, oh, today if maybe I should go out and just go and mingle, but I'm like, it's not satisfying. That's it. That's my point here. I feel the things that used to satisfy me before don't do it anymore. They don't cut it anymore. And I guess it's just, it is what it is. It is what it is. Let me know if anything of this resonates. I guess it goes in tandem with what we said or what I talked about in the last episode, that maybe we're scared to let go or release certain aspects of ourselves because we're scared to be on our own. We're scared to let go of friendships, of people. But at the end of the day, I guess the question is, what is more important or what is more satisfying, even? To try and mold ourselves into situations where we feel deep down, you know, they're not really receiving us in our totality and are kind of a band aid for maybe, yeah, a sense of a tinge of nostalgia or loneliness. Is it worth it though? That is a question. It can be, just it depends where we're coming from. Depends, but it's a question worth asking ourselves. So I was meant to, or I wanted to record a TGIF video yesterday, but I just thought, I couldn't even, I was just not in the right mood to record. And I also thought, for me, it's so important. These videos are important for me. I enjoy connecting with you guys. I enjoy reading cards for you. And I feel, especially lately, it's become almost a daily thing because I've cut out a lot of other things of my life. Because at every intersection or choice point, I ask myself, does this still serve me? And it has been a lot of no's. So I end up with what still serves me, and this does serve me or does fulfill me. It lights me up. So I was almost a little bit sad yesterday because I was like, damn, I don't feel up to recording my video. And for me, it's not worth it. It's not worth me distracting myself or deviating in that sense and then skipping my videos. Is this making sense? So that's why I didn't record my video yesterday. But yeah, if you also feel sometimes a little bit, have a longing to find your tribe, a new tribe, if there's a sense of grief maybe that you had to let go of past friendships, past relationships, if you sometimes feel lonely because you feel like, oh my God, people don't really understand you anymore, or you don't resonate with everyone, or the people you used to resonate with, then I'm with you. I feel you. We should just make a new tribe, guys. That's why here I also love it that you guys comment, so I know that you guys who resonate with me. It's important for me too. I started the channel just kind of spreading my message without knowing if who would resonate, but slowly we're building a tribe here, and that satisfies me and brings me fulfillment. So I hope you know that. What else? You like my dress? That's another story. Oh my god. You won't believe it though, I usually don't, I told you, like, I don't really like shopping, but something happened with oh yeah, to do with my shoes also. The shoe shop was closed one day, so I'm like, oh, I don't know what to do. I'm just gonna walk around town then. And then I bumped into this little tiny shop, new boutique, and I thought, okay, I'm just gonna have a look. And then I tried one thing on, and I kid you not, it fit me perfectly. Long story short, I ended up getting like 5 dresses, but thinking like, this is it. I've got my summer wardrobe. I'm done. But I think it was like the universe saying, "Okay, Magic Mel, finally new wardrobe. We're gonna give you everything in one in one place because we know that you don't like to go shopping in many places." So I got like a bunch of these vintage dresses which I really love, and they fit me like as if they're like custom made. It's crazy. And the earrings are handmade by an artist friend, Celine. I'm going to post her details in the description box below. She makes beautiful handmade jewelry with shells she finds in the south of France. So, yeah, I like to wear things with meaning. Or the rings are from my mom. Voila. And everything else, a lot of the stuff in the background, yeah, this is my paintings. This is one of my angels. That one down there is actually a copy of Gauguin, if you know the painter, impressionist painter Gauguin. When I was 16, I made that one. It's pretty crazy. It won a prize. An owl is a painting by my mentor, Yargo de Luca, and I feel his spirit is still with me. And the symbol of the owl connects me with him. So everything here has meaning. At least that is my intention. And remember, it's important to be intentional with our lives, to be discerning with what we let the energies we surround ourselves with in our space, in our physical space, in our mental space, and like I just shared with you, the kind of energetic space we share with other people. It's important because, again, I realize that I'm very much not susceptible, I don't know if that's the right word, but because I'm so empathetic, I really feel a lot from other people. So I need to be a little bit careful with my energy so as not to merge with other people or absorb too many of other people's energies. It's important. So there we go. There's like 16, 17 minutes into the video and I haven't even pulled a card yet. And you know what, guys? I think I'm going to post this video and pull a card in the next video because I don't want these epic videos anymore. And I feel, well, let me know. They're more digestible if they're under 30 minutes. Okay, so this is more of a Magic Mel TGIF, what the hell happened reflection video. Yeah, so summary. Katie, you won the free reading. You need to get in touch with me because I don't have your contact. If anyone here watching wants to enter into tomorrow's draw, then again, you have to write the word magic in the comments box as a comment on this video, okay? What else? Oh, another little story here. I spent half of the day boxing up my house because in Spain in the summer, if you've been to Spain, you might be familiar, or other hot countries, it gets so hot, so we close the shutters. But I don't have proper shutters, so I looked for curtains and saris to provide a kind of toldo, a shield, so the sun doesn't come in through the main windows, and it worked. And then I completely knocked out for 2 hours, like super long siesta. I feel in the summer it's hard, guys, to function properly because the heat is so heavy. Not complaining though, not complaining. I'm just working with the temperatures here and trying to insulate the house a bit. That was what I was up to too. So again, I hope you don't feel lonely on your ascension process. And just another explanation of this whole ascension deal, it's not like we're levitating into another stratosphere or galaxy. It's actually more about really being more present in our bodies, being more here in the now. And I feel that brings up a lot of fears. If you were somebody like me who really had to work on coming back to the body, feeling safe in my own body, not escaping myself into the mind, then it's a challenge. But I feel it's really settling in this state of being where I surrender or allow myself more and more to step out of my mind and just be in the present moment. And it's highly disconcerting sometimes. And I still feel this underlying old tendency to just do. For example, I'm really sitting with myself now and figuring out or deciding what my next move is. My heart is telling me just focus on Mel's Magic Official because there's so much room for expansion, for creation with these videos and on this platform. My mind says though, yes, but it's summer and haven't you been Airbnb-ing your place? What about money? So that's the story of my mind. And I'm really working on being present and discerning that as to just being a story that I can buy into or not. But I'm choosing not to, and that creates more space, but it also creates a kind of vacuum where my mind is still thinking, oh my God, shouldn't you be preparing? Shouldn't you be doing? And I'm just like, no, I'm going to be more present. I'm going to trust, trust myself more that if I desire, if what brings me joy is this, then only good will come from it. If this is my root and my expression of joy and my connection with joy, then only good will come from it. And unexpected blessings will come from it. That's what my heart is telling me. But it's a process, guys. It is a process. So if you're in this also, in this journey of stepping out of your mind, not giving in automatically anymore into the stories of your mind, but really coming back home to the now, to your body, discerning what your mind is saying, what your fear stories are, and what your heart is saying, then I'm with you on that too. I'm going through the same process. And it's really interesting, again, to notice how many stories we carry with us and from how many stories we operate automatically from, or at least we used to operate from. And how once we're more aware of that, we can step out of those stories and be in the now and open up these possibilities. Because again, I'm telling myself, well, if I follow my heart and my joy, who knows what will come of it? My mind cannot even predict it because it's uncharted territory. So it takes courage. It really takes courage. But I feel we're no longer asked to take these baby steps. I really feel, and I mentioned that last video, that it's almost like quantum leaps, quantum spurts that are required from us. And they take courage. So do we have the courage to take those leaps, to surrender into those leaps and soothe ourselves in the process, soothing our mind with its catastrophizing stories, that it's not going to be the end, that I won't be under the bridge, and just be inquisitive and curious about it. Like, is it really so? I challenge my mind. I'm like, really? Does it really mean we're not going to earn anything if I don't do the Airbnb? Is it really going to be that bad? And let's see what the mind comes up with, just as a kind of curiosity route. Remember, I always say that I sit with my fears. I do listen to the story, but I make it a point to discern when is my fear talking and when it's my heart talking, or when it's other voices in my psyche talking. That's a very important process. In any case, guys, 24 minutes. Let's leave it at this. Remember to comment if you're interested in participating in tomorrow's draw for a free one-on-one reading with me. Comment magic, just one word, in the comments box, and I'm gonna put your names on a little papel and we'll do the same super DIY lucky draw tomorrow. All right? And stay tuned because episode 18 is coming up next, because I do wanted to pull some cards for you. Okay? Vamos allá? So stay tuned. I love you lots. I've got your back always, and see you for this upcoming episode right after this one. Ciao.